Qibli is a rogue. Rogues use stealth and manipulation to sneak around, steal things, and overcome their enemies. Fun fact, I play a rogue. He's a fun little guy who was recently falsely arrested for the murder of 43 men, but I promise he didn't do it! Anyways, Qibli is a rogue who grew up on the streets of the Scorpion Den. He works for Thorn, currently, as part of an outpost of their gang in another city. There, he met Winter, a traveling Icewing paladin who was hopelessly out of his element. Qibli took a shine to the Broken Knight and began helping him. Or at least Qibli would call it helping. The paladin seemed pretty annoyed with him for the long time. The two were about as opposite as you could get, Winter doing his best to abide by the law, Qibli constantly abusing, according to Winter, his cleverness to skirt it. Winter stilted and not good with conversation, while Qibli could talk his way out of anything. And, of course, their different childhoods lead to very different experiences as well. However, once Qibli finally manages to work the story behind his quest out of Winter, he realizes they have a similar goal. Qibli is trying to find the very same gang, because they're led by none other than his grandfather. Qibli realizes that he can help Winter accomplish his goal. Qibli's grandfather Vulture fled the Den years ago when Thorn came to power, taking his operations elsewhere. Although Thorn runs what is technically a criminal organization, they have moral standards. Qibli knows Vulture has none, and inflicts harm wherever he can, sometimes just for the fun of it. So he reveals that he can help Winter find the gang, but hides his past relation with them. He truly cares for Winter and doesn't want the Icewing to turn on him in his guilt-ridden grief. Together, the two of them continue the painstaking task of hunting Vulture down, but at least now they have a better starting point. And although he refuses to admit it, along the way Qibli does begin to grow on Winter. Despite his uncouth manner and rough upbringing, the Sandwing is fiercely loyal to those he trusts, and Winter eventually finds himself on that short list. For the first time in his life, Winter has a friend. A companion who protects him, cares about him, even though he doesn't have to. Also, yeah, somewhere along the way, they're gonna run into the Starstringers, and Qibli totally starts working overtime to try and woo the aloof mystic who'd recently shortened her name to Moon. Because I am a sucker for Moonblee in any universe.